Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today Update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. What was Robyn Brown's egregious behavior at Garrison's funeral? The Brown family was celebrating Garrison Brown's life when a terrible incident occurred, causing them to start fighting. Information of Robyn Brown doing something unimaginable that caused pain to the family has been spreading since the funeral. What was the most heinous thing Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, did during Garrison's funeral? Padrone Michael T. Brown give the secret away. Michael T. Brown Padrone recently said that she and Robyn Brown were at odds because of what she did during Garrison Brown's burial. There is tension now, even though Michael T. has been one of the primary voices, praising Robyn for raising her as a child. However, what transpired at the burial that was so horrible that Michael T. would no longer stand beside Robyn? Michael T. has made it apparent that Robyn Brown committed a heinous act during Garrison's funeral. She has, however, been silent about the situation ever since she made the message public. Fans of Sister Wives talk about Robyn's actions at Garrison's burial on Reddit, which were so terrible that Michael T. became angry with her after years of blind loyalty. QU, what do you think Robyn did at Garrison's funeral, is the first question a user asks. Many fans then shared their opinions. Robyn made the tragic event about her, according to one person. As usual, I tried to make it all about her. Didn't bring her kids to their brother's funeral, someone else surmises. Additionally, someone says, I believe it was this. Perhaps it makes sense that she wouldn't bring her youngest too. However, there is no justification for the older ones not showing up. The fact that none of the elder three showed up is a major slap in the face. I believe she did this and then claimed that it was because her children were unaware of him. She might have blamed Garrison for KODY's behaviors, according to another spectator. According to some Sister Wives viewers, Michael T. Brown Padrone and Robyn Brown's animosity grew over time. Some others think the funeral was long overdue, even if it was the last act. To be honest, it might have been a minor incident that finally got to Michael T. Christine stated, I could see Robyn making a small comment like that, which made that glass shatter for Michael T. Michael T. is constantly working to bring the family together. According to rumors, she inquired about KODY's portion of the sale of Garrison's house and maybe life insurance, but others believe it had to do with attempting to settle matters too quickly. Some speculate that Robyn Brown's control over KODY Brown may have been the cause. They believe she might have played the victim in order to prevent him from sharing in the family's grief. She probably told KODY she wasn't going because everyone hates me, and he snapped at everyone for how they treated her. She did show up, but she pretended to be the one who was most in mourning, and I speculate that she didn't let any of her kids come because the other family members weren't safe. If she said anything, I would presume that she blamed the kids for KODY's exclusion and that things would have turned out differently if their sibling had simply spoken to his father. I believe she was normal during the service, but instead of staying with family to grieve and bond after the burial, she forced KODY to leave with her and her kids. I believe she handled it that way and forced KODY to leave as well because families usually stay a little longer after other visitors, friends, co-workers, depart. KODY Brown's relationships with his sister wives are only there to support his ego. KODY Brown, who stars on Sister Wives, has always had transactional ties with his family. His wives were secondary characters, and his kids were third, because the family's TLC show revolves around him. KODY's relationships seem to have one function across the 19 seasons of the show, to boost his ego. A wife or child seemed abandoned when they stopped doing that. KODY Brown seems to be heavily involved in his family's lives when they had 3 spouses and 13 children. Viewers thought KODY was a wonderful father who provided each wife with the individualized care they required, even though nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors. But when he married Robyn Brown in 2011, that seemed to alter. KODY's relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown, as well as their shared children, suffered as they quickly turned into an exclusive partnership. KODY had a closer bond with his kids when they were younger. But he started to take this personally as they started to show signs of independence. Nobody who broke KODY's word could be tolerated by his brittle ego. But Robyn knew how to win the game with KODY, so she and her kids made sure he was the leader of their home. Robyn boosted KODY's ego by letting him rule their house while his other wives and kids lived on their own, which was exactly what KODY desired. Numerous elder children of KODY Brown have openly discussed their transactional connections with their father. It seems that many of the 13 original children from KODY's marriages to Mary, Janelle, and Christine don't communicate with him frequently, if at all. In the year of release episode of season 19, Janelle's kid with KODY, Gabriel Brown, declared that he was okay with never seeing KODY again. Gabe claimed that KODY texted him after he hadn't heard from his father for a while. It was kind of weird because he was like, "Hey, I miss you," he said to his mother Janelle. He continued to phrase it as though I owed him an apology after that. After a while, I simply said, "Hey, we're not going to talk anymore unless you're, actually ready to have a relationship and fix things," Gabe went on. A few days later, he texted me when he returned. "Hey, I've been thinking about what you've been saying," he says. "Please pardon me, I forgive you." "Pardon me for what?" I asked. What's happening here?" "I told Dad that I just won't see him again if he doesn't change and he can't take responsibility," he said. "And that's totally fine with me." KODY seemed to have gotten married in a transactional manner each time. In order to gain more time and attention from KODY, each wife stroked his ego. Several fans expressed their opinions on this subject in a series-related Reddit discussion. The kidult's emotional maturity in comparison to KODY is astounding. Because of Robyn's tendency to infantilize her children, KODY believes his children will never grow up, according to one Redditor. KODY made a mistake, in my opinion, by expecting to do nothing to accommodate the various wants of his wives. He firmly believed that since he had so much to balance, they should meet him where he was. Does he not realize that Robyn would naturally do what she needed to do to get used to her new role as wife? How can he regard it as loyalty? A second viewer was asked. According to a third devotee, it's not love or soulmates. In return for financial gain, it is ego-stroking, offering services on demand, and elevating and respecting him. Christine Brown is now happily married to her husband of 1 year David Woolley, but on the October 20th episode of Sister Wives, the former polygamist was just starting to broach the subject of David to her 6 children and their spouses. After introducing David to the audience and sharing that they had officially started dating, Christine also spoke with the majority of her kids about the new man in her life, asking them for their opinions about her first official boyfriend since her 2021 split from their dad KODY Brown. Michael T. Padrone, who had recently welcomed twins Ace and Archer with her husband Tony Padrone when the episode filmed in late 2022, noted, "I let him hold my kid, that says a lot. I don't let everybody hold my children." "I like how he survived," Tony added, referencing David raising his own 8 children after his wife died in 2012. His wife died and left him with 8 kids, and he didn't get addicted to gambling and drugs, and he made it. He came out the other side with pretty decent kids. That's hard. However, Tony also made a comment that shocked Christine, insisting, "He reminds me of KODY." What, it's true.